Hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to Born to React. Let's get it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Iran again. Just a little update just to see what's going on. There's been new developments, rumors that the new supreme leader is actually no longer with us. So we're going to go through a few of these stories and see what everything, how everything's going. And we're going to see what's going on and how everything is transpiring. So let's get into this.
Explosions has rocked Tehran as the US warns today will bring the most intense strikes on Iran since the war began. The US Defence Secretary says the capabilities of Iran are weakening, revealing the regime fired the fewest missiles since the conflict started. Washington insists it will end the war on its timeline, with Donald Trump controlling the throttle of the conflict.
But Iran remains defiant, launching fresh missiles right across the Gulf. Back home, 2 more women have escaped, joining 5 Iranian women footballers now under Australian protection. The rest of the team has now left Australian shores. Their fate now uncertain under the regime in Tehran.
We have a team of reporters on the front line in Israel, the United States and here in Canberra. Let's go live now to Jacqueline Robson in Tel Aviv. Jackie, the Iranian regime continues to be reduced to rubble.
Yes, Nat, the US Defence Secretary had said that the most intense strikes were coming, and for the residents of Tehran, they say they certainly felt that today, that the explosives shook neighbourhoods. There were rescue crews picking through the rubble, trying to clean up after bombs dropped right across the region there. Local media say Isfahan and Karaj were also targeted. These are the nuclear sites that were the focus of that 12-day war back in June, when the US claimed to have eliminated and obliterated Iran's nuclear capabilities. While here in Israel, it seems that Iran's missiles are few and far between. They've decreased significantly, and that is in line with the Americans, who say that the missile capabilities have dropped to now about 10%. But there still has been attacks right across the region. One woman was killed in Bahrain. There were interceptions in Qatar and the UAE. Israel continues its assault on Beirut too, trying to snuff out Hezbollah. The death toll there is climbing towards 500 people, and there are tens of thousands displaced as the fighting continues. But Iran's foreign minister has spoken today, saying they have rejected ceasefire proposals from France, China and Russia. Guys?
OK, they remain defiant. Thank you, Jackie. Let's go to Rob Scott in...
That's crazy, in my opinion. If Russia and China is telling you to cease fire, that shows that they don't have any type of faith in you as an ally, and it doesn't seem like they're coming to your defense. In my opinion, that's what it looks like. It doesn't seem like China's capabilities are as up to par as ours, because nothing has really been happening when it comes to our servicemen and women. Apparently, 140 have been injured, and only 7, or I believe it's 7 or 9, I'm not 100% sure, have been confirmed as KIA. So, in my opinion, Iran doesn't have what it takes to stay to keep up with us. In my opinion, they're just gonna keep save face. I don't know if you've seen what happened. They brought out the new supreme leader. They brought out a cardboard cutout of him. Like, what is this, South Park? Like, come on now, this is insane. So, in my opinion, this is to all the you know Democrats and some Republicans who think that for some reason that we're gonna lose this war, or that Iran's more capable than they actually are. Like, come on now. It makes no sense for you guys to even think that. But
Washington, D.C. So, Rob, America remains confident too that they're going to win this war.
Yeah, very confident indeed, Trevor. We heard today from the Defence Secretary, Pete Hegseth, his 4th media briefing since the start of this war, and in his usual brash, bravado-filled style, is warning the Iranian regime, if they think they've seen the worst that America has to offer in terms of firepower, well, think again, saying that today America will unleash the biggest bombing campaign of this war so far. Let's hear what he had to say.
Today will be, yet again, our most intense day of strikes inside Iran. The most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes. The last 24 hours have seen Iran fire the lowest number of missiles they've been capable of firing yet.
Now, the Pentagon chief would not be drawn on how long he thinks this conflict will last, instead saying that Donald Trump controls the throttle. This as the US president starts to hint that the end of this conflict may be coming, but also in the same breath threatening the Iranians if they continue to block the flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. Well, he will up the aggression 20-fold. The response from the Iranian regime, a threat directed back at Donald Trump on social media, saying, take care of yourself so that you are not eliminated. Guys.
Thanks.
Man, get the hell out of here. These hey, they talk a tough game. You know what I'm saying? They save face. They don't. You know what I'm saying? They got a great poker face, in my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say, because there's no way, out of everybody who's been killed on your side and the minimal damage that we've taken on our side, you're gonna try to tell us that you're gonna touch Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of here. Get the hell out of here, bro. And here's the thing. I think that there's capabilities that that we haven't used, especially if you see how we got Maduro. Nobody was killed. You feel me? So I think there's capabilities that we haven't used yet, and the reason we haven't used them is because Iran is a way larger regime. They have more capabilities than Venezuela, so I think you need to know what they're coming with before you deploy your top tier weapon. But yeah, we're gonna go. I wanted to look at some, like, because for some reason there's a lot of people, especially Republicans, that don't realize why we're in this war, or they're not for it. They think we're gonna try to we're trying to drag this thing on. But I want to look at it from a different perspective, because a lot of Republicans say that they're tired, especially young Republicans. They say that they're tired of immigration, even legal immigration, and we need to cut it off and all that stuff like that. Well, stepping in to make sure this regime is deaded, and Venezuela and all these other regimes, oppressive regimes, where their people flee their country and come here for asylum. If we fix those issues, we won't have that many people running to our doorsteps to come here for asylum, and our kids will be able to prosper in the nation that we've built. But this is one of their who is
ما
this? Head of the regime's police. This is what he had to say, especially about the protesters.
ما اینجا دیگه اگر کسی
Oh
به
shit.
خواست دشمن بیاد
Well,
اون را ما
um,
معترض و غیره
this is what he had
نمیدونیم
to say. He ain't speaking English. I don't know why I thought he would, but this is what he says. If people take to the streets to protest, we will do to them what we have done to the enemy. Our hands are on the trigger. Come on now. This is reason for people to flee and say that they are seeking asylum. And where the hell do you think they're going to come? Majority of people want to come here. So this is what a lot of, in my opinion, what a lot of um people in America don't realize. I guess everybody's, hates Israel, and anything good that happens with Israel is apparently some conspiracy. Like, what you guys don't understand is there's people in the region that don't hate Israel. There's regimes that do, especially this regime. The people of this nation doesn't seem like they hate Israel. A large majority don't seem like they hate Israel. And it seems like when it comes to Iran, even with them, even with their allies, yeah, they shot missiles at their allies, which I don't know why would they would think they would stay on their side. Their their allies are still siding with Israel. So I don't understand what people's issue is. Everything's a conspiracy. Everything, we're controlled by Israel. You guys are like, that shit irks my nerves to hear that. But like, you got Americans like this idiot.
How do you feel about
Listen
the
to this
U.S.
guy.
going to war with Iran? The U.S. is getting fucked. They have used all their interceptor missiles. U.S. empire is taking a massive hit, and I think maybe the largest defeat that it's ever seen.
We're really gonna believe this guy? He knows that we've used all our interceptor missiles. Really? We're gonna believe him? Come on, man. Like, the people in America are ridiculous. And here's the thing. They listen to all of the propaganda, especially from the last 4 years with Free Palestine and all that crap. Like, in my opinion, that Free Palestine movement was a bunch of bullshit. That's just how I feel it. Yes, no kid should be getting killed, but I didn't see no people who were malnourished. I'm just saying. You hear all these people. There was a aid blockade. In my personal opinion, yeah, there might have been. I think I seen a video or two of people, they were holding back some aid, but I didn't see no malnourished children. I'm just saying. If you're gonna tell me that you weren't able to eat for 3 years, I didn't see none no malnourished children or men and women. I don't understand. And if that's the case, you would be fighting for your regime to quit this shit, wouldn't you? Not to keep fighting, in my opinion. But here is some of the propaganda that the Iranian regime is going to put out. This is the Iran military media, and this is basically an AI image of what happened to that girls' school, and this is what they want you to believe. Really? But they'll post some stupid shit like that, but also have, let me see if I can show you, if I can find this. Yeah, they'll post some shit like that, but their military installations right now are in the middle of schools, bro. That's a basketball court, a volleyball court. They're doing a press conference in the middle of a school. Like, come on now. You guys put your military installations next to civilians, next to schools. You get what I'm saying? So if anybody's hit, it's your fault for putting them in the crosshairs of any type of attack. But if you know the propaganda that these people spew, if you're smart enough to, think logically and think past the bullshit, this is one video right here. And if you can see, this is in Iran. And let's look what happens. Look what happens to this missile. That's not America. I'm glad they showed the writing. Like, come on. Israel and America, we ain't going after children. We trying to take these idiots out. You get what I'm saying? And if anybody, especially in America, I don't understand how you got people that are siding with these idiots. People are literally mourning this idiot. Literally mourning this dude. But the citizens that fled, the actual refugees, are praising and celebrating his death. But we got idiots in America with Palestinian flags on their goddamn microphones or their whatever them. I forgot what the things is called, but really, bro, this is insane to me.
We
Look, listen.
mourn Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
We mourn Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
We mourn IRGC General.
We mourn IRGC General.
Qasem Soleimani.
Qasem
General.
Nigga, what? Do you see this shit? Do they have Khomeini, whatever, however you say that dude's name, George Floyd, and Fred Hampton? Are you serious, bro? Are you really trying to tie in anything that happens in the Middle East to George Floyd and Black Panthers and civil rights in America? Are you serious? Like, come on, bro. This is insane. I didn't even see that. This is insane, bro.
We mourn IRGC General.
Qasem Soleimani.
Qasem Soleimani.
And we mourn.
And we mourn.
President Ibrahim Raisi.
President Ibrahim
And Malcolm X.
Raisi.
Oh, goddamn.
As Iranian leaders who
As Iranian leaders who
represented resistance.
represented resistance.
Resistance to Zionism.
Resistance to Zionism.
Resistance to colonial domination.
Resist.
We stand with
We stand with
the Islamic Republic of Iran.
the Islamic Republic of Iran.
This is bullshit, homie. These people need to get the hell out of our country, bro. This is insane. How are you against colonialism? And the people of Iran were colonized in 1979. What the fuck what the hell? This is insane, homie. This is insane. All of them have their heads shoved so far up their ass. It is crazy. These people need to get the hell out of our country. This guy, they don't even look like they was born here. They look like they have ancestry in another continent. Send they punk asses back. All of these little white liberals, whoever's got their mask on, send them the hell back. This is bullshit, bro. This is BS, bro. Hell nah, man. Because we have terrorists in this country, and these people sympathize with them. It's insane, bro. This shit is insane.
We stand with the Iranian people, defending their sovereignty, and their revolution, and the right to determine their own future.
What? How are you? They're talking out of both sides of their ass here. How do you stand with the Iranian people and their revolution and stand with the regime that just killed 30,000 of them? Come on, bro. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. And because of people like this, and because of the borders being wide the fuck open for that long, we got idiots in our country like this. We got pieces of shit in our country that will do this. Let's look at this.
We were born and raised in New York, and we want everyone here to stay in New York. You don't get to come from outside and then tell everyone else.
Let's bring in retired NYPD Inspector Paul Morrow, who has more information on this device that was found. So it was a homemade device, Paul, but not necessarily a cheesy one, in other words.
No, not at all, John. And I have to tell you, having done about 15 years worth of this kind of work, counterterrorism work, this is a bit of a game changer. First of all, let me start by saying New York City got extremely lucky yesterday. TATP is enormously volatile. It is not very stable. It's extremely powerful. And it is the footprint, and if you go by past events, of serious bombing attacks. The London 7/7 attacks, Richard Reed's attempt on a plane. Many of us remember the Ariana Grande attacks outside the Manchester Arena. These are situations where you're well into double figures of people killed, never mind injured. So this was a very, very serious attempt, much more serious, I would argue, than it likely seemed to many right initially. And as to why they didn't detonate, in light of the fact
The only reason people are taking this incident so nonchalant is because they didn't detonate. But if they would have, what would the media be saying? What would their angle be then? You get what I'm saying? Like, the fact that this isn't national news, that we have terrorists in our country because of illegal immigration and mass immigration, even legal immigration, is insane to me. It's completely insane. It's completely insane. Our country, if we don't step the fuck up and make sure this shit doesn't get out of hand, we will end up like the UK. We will end up like Europe.
that they were charged the way they were is going to be something I'm sure that the federal authorities are going to be looking at very closely as they investigate these two perps.
Yeah, and hats off to the New York City Police Department for running in and stopping those attacks. They didn't just run away or go to a place of safety.
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at, they didn't know what they were into there. All they saw was something that was smoking for all they know.
Yeah, and shout out to NYPD because you got the mayor of the NYPD, or sorry, you have the mayor of New York, excuse me, that for some reason doesn't have the balls to call these people ISIS terrorists. ISIS terrorists. I don't understand. Like, this is the symbol that he flashed before he left. This is apparently an ISIS symbol. You get what I'm saying? This shit is insane because we have people that should not be here threatening the lives of people of everyday Americans, and this is BS. And for some reason, Democrats don't give a damn. Don't give a crap if it happens to you, left, right, center. They don't care. So for some reason, I don't understand why you people are basically advocating for your demise and the demise of your country. It's crazy.
A protest was held outside.
And this is what this punk ass mayor got to say.
On Saturday, a protest was held outside Gracie Mansion, where I live with my wife Rama. Neither of us were home at the time. This was a vile protest rooted in white supremacy entitled "Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City."
I'm sick of this white supremacy, Islamophobia BS because I don't give a damn, bro.
I'm the first Muslim mayor of our city.
And that's a problem, especially in New York. You shouldn't even be in there. Piece of shit.
Anti-Muslim bigotry is nothing new to me, nor is it anything new for the 1 million or so Muslim New Yorkers who know this city as our home. While I found this protest appalling, I will not waver in my belief that it should be allowed to happen. Ours is a free society where the right to peaceful protest is sacred. It does not belong only to those we agree with. It belongs to everyone. I will defend that right every day that I am mayor, even when those protesting say things that I abhor. Let me also be clear about something else. New York City will never tolerate violence, whether from protests or counter-protests. Many of the counter-protesters met this display of bigotry peacefully, with a vision of a city that is welcoming to all. But a few did not. Two men, Amir Balat and Ibrahim Qayyumi, traveled from Pennsylvania and attempted to bring violence to New York City. They are suspected of coming here to commit an act of terrorism. There is video of these two individuals throwing two devices towards the protest. The police department has determined that these were improvised explosive devices made to injure, maim, or worse. Thanks to the swift and decisive actions of NYPD officers at the scene, both men were immediately taken into custody, and the devices they brought taken off of our streets. I want to commend the officers who were on site. They faced a chaotic situation that very quickly could have become far.
So you heard that BS. Dude won't even basically admit that these people are ISIS influenced terrorists. They won't even admit that. But he'll sit here and talk about how this is a white supremacist counter or protest at Gracie Mansion outside of his house, and I don't believe it one bit. Maybe count anti-Muslim. Yeah, who gives a damn? I don't care. Especially about right now. I don't give a damn. We're at war with Iran. We have citizens, or we have people here. These people are from Afghanistan. Apparently, they're not even from Iran, but they're here, and they have allegiance to another nation. If shit was to go down here, who do you think they're fighting for? Who do you think they're gonna try to maim? Left, right, or center? Who do you think they're gonna try to hurt? Because he threw that bomb. If you see, he threw that goddamn bomb.
Race in New York, and we want everyone here to stay in New York. You don't get to come from outside and then tell everyone else.
Now you've seen that. This dumbass, no facial hair, liberal white man is over here advocating for these people to stay here, and he threw a bomb right over his head. Like, he didn't care who he hit. He didn't care. They don't give a damn. This is crazy, bro. We need to get these people out of our country, denaturalize them, take all their citizenships away. I don't give a damn if you military age and you from Afghanistan or any of these places. Hey man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. It's about preventative maintenance, G. I'm sorry. What are we gonna do? Wait for you guys to fuck up our country and then flee? And then write history books about what the fuck we could have done wrong or better? Nah. We need to prevent all of this stuff. We need to get these people the hell out of here and have no apologies about it. Because at the end of the day, it's about our homeland, not about their feelings. So let me know what you guys think about that. Like, comment, subscribe, and stop with all the doomsday shit. We about to win this war. You know what I'm saying? Trump 2020. I mean, we about to win this war. Anyway, have a good day. Peace.